Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. We are beginning an adventure. You're going to hear some rattling, and that is because we have a wheelchair ramp, because this lovely lady right here is in a wheelchair, and we need it, and it kind of, it rattles a little bit. So we are on our way for our first consultation for TMS. It was just a consult. And, of course, it's the question of, will we even come away with appointments? We don't even know that much. Okay, so we just finished our consult. Haven't even pulled out of the parking lot yet. I feel really good about it. You feel good about it, Valerie?
Yeah.
Yeah. The consult was with the guy is really nice guy named Matt. He is a mental health professional, because their whole thing really is for depression, and something he kind of stressed on that really, I mean, they don't really have proper protocols for stroke recovery. And I'm like, well, that's okay, because I mean, obviously we know this is going to be off-label, and he seemed fairly happy with this. He's a Christian man, believes that your faith can have an influence on everything going on, and so without it, and that falls right in line with us. All right, welcome back to the channel. We are doing our very first TMS appointment. That's Transcranial Magnetic Stimulation for this little lady right here, and so we are actually we're on the freeway on our way over to NeuroStim, which is where we're doing it. There are other places. Check your local listings if it's something you need. NeuroStim, this particular thing is FDA approved for depression, anxiety, PTSD, these things that are not responding to medication. Now, I've done a fair amount of research. I'm no expert, but there is signs and evidence that shows it will do an improvement to some people who are in stroke recovery, who are at chronic symptoms. Chronic symptoms means other things aren't working anymore. Your therapy is out. Your medication isn't going to do anything but maintain you. Val is on she's on blood thinners. She's on a mild antidepressant. But as far as getting back the movement and speech, things like that, this isn't going to happen without some sort of extra thing. Okay.
And then I will say, just for the recording too, try not to get the provider or any text or anything like that in there, just for
your own personal. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If I do accidentally, I have the technology to blur out any face. We're gonna have five days a week for 7 weeks. Now tomorrow is Wednesday. The day after that is Thanksgiving. So we're not gonna have exactly a whole round of things going on. But we are going to have, we're going to have this one here, and then we're going to set the schedule that I'm assuming is going to start, the week after, next Monday, after Thanksgiving weekend. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a lot of time involved, and it's pretty tough. A lot of time involved, a big time commitment for us. There's a monetary commitment for us. But fortunately, the HSA will work for this. If you're in stroke recovery, all you can do is reach out. I mean, they might say no. I mean, each one has their own thing that they want to do. I don't know if they're franchised or if they're owned by one company. I really don't know. It's something I should probably look at. But anyway, we're on our way, and we'll pick this back up afterwards. They said we can do some filming that don't want to be in it as well.
Gotcha.
Okay? Because, hey, some people just like the privacy. Right, Valerie? Yeah. Not me, I like to spout it out to the world. You're cool helmet. Made it out of leather, we could go for a motorcycle ride.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. There we go. Excellent.
So that won't get in the way of the coil itself. And then yeah, I'll go ahead and
Yeah, you'll have to straighten up everything again. That's okay. You look fine.
there.
All right. Very precise. Hey, Valerie, every time you turn your head that way, you skew the whole thing a little bit. You have to straighten it out.
You're good. If it's slightly off, I know how to adjust to it when I place the coil, so it'll be okay.
Okay.
Work with that there. Okay, and then since this is the first time, so how I like to do things here is on the first visit itself, we like to start off just very low and work our way up slowly until we either get to the goal, which is 38%, or until you hit about a 7 on 1 scale, 1 to 10. But when you feel uncomfortable and you don't want me to go up anymore, just give me a hand signal or just make a noise and then I'll stop there for today, okay? All ready to go?
I'll be watching too.
Okay. So the first protocol is going to be, we're going to do the M1 spot first, which is going to be about 9 to 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Any questions before we get started?
And the M1 spot is the motor skill spot.
Yeah, it's targeted at the motor cortex. This will help with there's been a lot of studies on like just stroke recovery and things like that for this. So this is gotta be the main one that should be have a benefit.
We have our dreams, but it's like, I'll tell you what happens in weeks.
And yeah, usually with TMS too is most of the patients do see reduction in symptoms or like feel better around like the 18th to 20th visit, somewhere in between.
Around Christmas.
Yeah. I do like to tell patients too though, every brain is different, so it can be earlier, it can be like spot on the average, or even can be late. So just, keep us updated with how things are
No
going.
problem. And the next side view here from the camera, just not getting you at all. We might be better off shutting the TV off, actually.
Remote should be right on my desk here.
Consider the fact that our main activity that you can do is watching TV. So, I mean, we do what we can for other things, but the other option would be to turn it on and let her just be able to face it. In the future, if we look at that possibility too.
And I'll get
Today.
it to, and for future references, I'll have things a little bit more accessible and everything for that.
Just thinking of ways that will make this easier for everybody.
and try not to move from here. We finally got the spot for it. And so now we're gonna get started. So like I was saying, just when it does get uncomfortable, just give me a hand signal and we'll stop there, okay? All right, ready to go? All right. I'll give you a countdown and then I'll start it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm gonna start increasing from here. Just go ahead and give me that hand signal when you want me to stop there, and then we'll sit there for the 10 minutes. And then just if you see any discomfort or anything like that, just let me know too.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 20% so far.
Doing all right, Valerie? Okay, don't move your head. Hands starting to twitch. Just a reaction.
In the face.
That's the face, yeah. I just saw the hand twitch.
Gotcha.
That doesn't mean it's, yeah.
It's since we're right on the motor cortex, yeah, you'll definitely see
that
hands
something,
twitch, yeah.
I'm just getting reports, that's all. Don't try not to move your head so much.
And then this is 30%, but we'll sit here for today, so just since it's the first visit, I don't want to do too much.
Yeah, so because one of the things about the stroke is that it actually took away a lot of sensation of touch as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she might have a much higher pain tolerance or discomfort tolerance than what you're accustomed to.
Yeah. All right, now you got about 8 more minutes, okay? I'll come back once it gets to be a little bit closer to the end time. All right, 3, 2, and 1. And same thing with this side, just give me a hand signal if it gets a little too uncomfortable for you, okay?
Yeah. Kind of an 8 to 20. I'm a talker, just a second.
Oh, you're
You know, I'll also be quiet during her actual thing, but I've got the camera facing me, so it's not on you at all.
There you go.
So with 8 to 20 a day, you'll have one room, and I know we're doing different protocols for Valerie. So it's a typical protocol for it much shorter.
Yeah, they range from about 15 to 30 minutes. Usually our one protocol that we prescribe the most is about 80 minutes of treatment. Like that's the total appointment usually. It's
Okay.
about 80 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually about 50 continuous seconds on the right and then about 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the left.
Okay. And that's very typical. I mean, you guys provide a great service. Don't get me wrong. I see, for depression and things like that. So I think it's great. I think it's something that more people should know about.
Mm-hmm. And it is becoming more known as the years go by.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely in the past 3 years, they've done a lot to get it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause when you think about, I mean, obviously, it shouldn't be your first resort. At this point, especially. But if it can take somebody who is just, struggling with life. When I first heard about it, it was actually October 1st when I first heard about TMS. And it was such it was like, what's this? And start digging and digging and digging.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why haven't I ever heard of this? I know hasn't been around that long. I think it's been around really about 10 years.
TMS.
Yeah.
It's been around for quite some time. It's just it's expensive and insurance makes people jump through hoops, so it's not the most advertised. Just
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. So I sit back here in the chair in the corner. We won't talk about that chair in the corner. We're not going there. Time for me to shut up and let the procedure work. Does tolerance usually go up as the further along the process you go?
Yeah, usually with the more appointments that patients do, they're able to withstand a lot more and that tolerance build up. But that's just like humans in general. When we go through something painful, we kind of build to it, so we're able to tolerate it just a lot better in general.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's something that's fine, really.
Because we're actually a fair amount more than what it was yesterday. So, and she's fine.
And I will say, since it is, like you were saying yesterday, like, there's not many really things like it, and so you don't know what to expect on that first day, so I just don't try to overdo it as much on the first day.
Okay. So you went easy on her yesterday?
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
first
that's
couple
good.
appointments
That's
are to get, like, the patient customized to, like, the feeling of TMS itself, just because I don't want to take
Right. So we're down to the short 3-minute one. Do you know which? Yeah, I mean, we talked about different things that we're working on. Primarily, we're working on speech, and so I'm assuming like most of this is geared towards that.
And one will help with speech and motor function and things like that. These ones will also help with elbow hip. I will say the brain supposed to have elbow hip do help with those things, and it should help with just cognitive function too. Just
Okay.
because TMS is a cognitive function, so hopefully
That'd be great. Yeah. We talk about the brain fog all the time, just because it's like holy cow, she was she was a paralegal when we met. So she was an educated woman, still is, but
paralegal, definitely I remember a lot of stuff. So
yeah. So the change was huge for her. So because this one's only 3 minutes, which it's just amazing. Like again, like I said, I'll say it over and over and over again over the course of the next 7 weeks we're here. This is something that you just don't hear about.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And my doctor was like, her doctor was just like, I've heard of it, kind of.
Which is a good change, because like I said years ago, doctors didn't really know that, but now that's starting to become like a bigger thing. More doctors are starting to like refer patients and like things like that. So just word of mouth and like seeing research about it is definitely passing the word along. So it's becoming a bigger thing.
And of course you do your YouTube research, which is really surface level stuff, but there just wasn't much at all there.
You doing okay?
There you go. There just wasn't much of anything there at all, especially about stroke recovery. There's very little about stroke recovery. So, except for surprisingly out of China.
Yeah.
So well, hey, U.S. I don't want to give China kudos. I grew up in the Cold War. We're practically in one now with them. Does that thing kind of get in the way of the machine a lot? Yeah, that pillow.
Just like replacement spots.
Yeah. I was like, is that? I asked her, is that comfortable? She was like, not really. So, and it serves a purpose, but still. Easy, Val. He's trying to work with you there. You okay? All right. Just had an itch? Yeah, okay. So, NeuroStem, I mean, is this like a franchise or is it a much larger corporation? Because I know there's multiple locations.
It's
I'm just curious.
I don't think so. I don't want business aspect or anything like that.
They give you a paycheck, you do it.
Basically. But yeah, we do have a lot of clinics here in Washington, and we're starting to branch out into Arizona, Minnesota, and then those two at the moment. I know they're trying to branch out already more. So.
Yeah. So they're probably all corporately owned in some kind. Yeah. But I like that you kind of get into a relatively small office. Get a very comfortable place. It doesn't have to look like a medical place.
Yeah, it definitely helps with anxiety.
Yeah.
Like that too.
Well, yeah, like my sister has white cloak anxiety is what she calls it. And she has to do breathing exercises when she goes to see a doctor. And she's getting ready to have hip surgery on both her hips. So, yeah.